Hello and what is up YouTube? My name is G3Iron and today we are 35 days, 21 hours, 47 minutes and 28 seconds away from the 4.0 announcement and 3.9 expansion announcements that will follow at Exilecon. But today we've got some news on what to expect about 3.9, and to be honest, this is pretty surprising that we've had two massive announcements on back-to-back days. So I haven't read this yet, so let's read this together and see what exactly to expect from the 3.9 expansion. During the live-streamed keynote announcement presentation at Exilecon on the morning of November 16th, that's New Zealand time, we'll unveil December's 3.9.0 expansion. While it's too early to reveal the full details of this release, we wanted to give you an idea of what to expect from the upcoming expansion. We settled on the term expansions for recent leagues like Legion and Blight because they add new content like skills and items to Path of Exile, as well as containing full challenge leagues. 3.9 not only contains the usual content you'd expect from a regular Path of Exile release, but also some game-wide expansion content that isn't tied to the league itself. It's a bit larger in size than any other Path of Exile release in 2019. We have been really excited about a league idea that we wanted to do for a while, but didn't have the technology or resources to pull it off. While we can't share more information about the league just yet, we can tell you that it contains a good balance of risk versus reward, compelling endgame content, and is a whole lot less server melty. Woohoo! Optimization, rejoice! Alongside the league and expansion content mentioned above, 3.9 contains some new item rewards that should provide interesting new character build options and a fresh metagame. Okay, so expect Necros to get nerfed, expect anything and everything that is meta during Blight to get turned on its head, and expect new stuff to come around the corner. That's really nothing new. We're also focusing some balanced attention on bows. Hey, there we go. So bow users are going to have their update in 3.9. Though this revamp isn't of the same scale as our spellcasting and melee changes earlier this year. Good. Maybe they won't be as broken as melee changes? I don't know. The expansion also includes all the usual divination cards, unique items, new skills, and so on that you're used to from Path of Exile releases. We currently expect to release the PC version of 3.9 on Saturday, December 7th, New Zealand time, the console versions the following week. We'll announce the final firm date at Exilecon alongside other information about the expansion. In addition, Exilecon attendees will be able to play a 3.9 demo at the convention. As usual, 3.9 has its own set of League supporter packs, which will replace the Blight ones when released. We expect these to come out the following week after Exilecon. Last December's core supporter packs with physical goods were really successful, so we plan to release another set this December also, which will of course contain new physical goods. This means that the current core supporter packs will leave the store in a couple of months. We'll announce the exact date of their end at the following week so you can plan your purchases appropriately. We're really looking forward to next month where we can show you what we've been working on in 3.9 and 4.0. Sincerely posted by Natalia GGG. All right, there you go. So what to expect for 3.9? We're going to have a bow league. Everything that's meta right now is probably going to get broken or nerfed, so expect summoners to get nerfed. Just expect that. As soon as necromancers and summoners were getting a buff, and that was announced for 3.8, you can expect that it's going to get nerfed or be in the nerf cycle in the next league or two. So at least that's been the pattern so far for balancing. So expect that. That's something to expect. Also, something that's interesting, of course, bows are going to be included in this 3.9 change, but if bows aren't going to be as wide-scale spread in its revampage as spellcasting or as melees, then that means that something else is going on here with the core game that isn't league-related. This, to me, sounds a bit like something that everybody has been desiring for a long time, which is a revamp maybe to the Labyrinth. I have gone on record as saying I don't think that's coming until 4.0. But the fact that they're teasing us with something that is non-league related but is involved in the core part of the game, like there's not that many things that are core related and haven't been a part of leagues at some point. So it could be that it's a revamp to something from the past. It most likely won't be an addition of synthesis because synthesis isn't technically core. So this is quite interesting. I think this is maybe going to be Labyrinth enchants and revamps to the lab. Maybe we'll get it before 4.0. If that happened, I would expect a lot of people to really rejoice and come back in with a lot of hype for the December 3.9 expansion. That's what I'm reading into that. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. Let me know down below in the comments if it's just wishful thinking or if there's any kind of logic to that. So, of course, as always, I hope today is the day a Mirror of Calandra drops for you, and we're a couple of days, 35 days, away from all of our hype and all of our predictions being found out and revealed fully. Thanks for watching that video. If you'd like more information on any of our discussion points today, you can see them down below in the video description. If you'd also like to join our Discord or support our Patreon, you can do so with the links down below. Thanks again, and big shout out to all of our Patreon supporters.